Hello, YouTubers again. This is your honest, loyal host, Mr. Trevor Braukman from Blue Delusion, also known as just plain Trevor Braukman, but that's my moniker, and I'm coming straight to you from Music Delusions, which is my new video podcast where I talk and record songs. And today's going to be great because you're going to get to hear two songs off of one album. So I thought it'd be pretty cool because these songs are both songs that I really enjoy. I can play both of them well, and I think it gives you a good idea of what the album's about. Yes, it's going to be Thrice. And it's really cool because this album was their first major label. And if you listen and pay attention to the lyrics in a lot of these songs, it's very F you in your face, like against politics, questioning things. The first song on the album is called Cold Cash and Colder Hearts, and it's all about how people just don't care and they keep their cards held close and don't give any money away. I mean, for a major label, I can imagine the faces on some of those suits just kind of going, oh, are we going to sell this? Is it going to sell? It's just funny to me. Like, you can't take these kind of people and, like, make them like Michael Jackson. It ain't gonna happen. So anyway, these songs, like I said, are both off of The Artist in the Ambulance. Okay, this would have been the third full length from Thrice at the time, and it was their first full major label debut on Island Records back in like 2003, I believe. Could be wrong. I think that's right there, 2003. And it was really weird because Thursday, another great band I listened to, also signed to Island and put out their first, album, which was War All the Time. And it was just so strange because it was like Thursday and Thrice had this like same thing going on for the longest time. And it was like, what the heck? And when they had a hiatus, same thing, same day, they both decided to put on a hiatus for a while. But like I said, we're on 2 minutes already, and without further ado, I'd like to get through both songs. So this first song is called Under a Killing Moon, and it's really like there's a lot of metally riffs. It's so much different acoustic, but you still get the feeling of it through the not listening to the full band. But I definitely like the whole album in itself flows so nicely. The way it was, whoever decided to put, the ordering of the album, that's what I'm trying to say, is perfect. Like, from start to finish, the way the album goes. I mean, this is the second song right after this big, huge, like, roaring of Kenzer's vocals at the end of Cold Cash and Colder Hearts, calling out everyone. And then it's like, it just goes really fast into this beat that's like 7/13 timing, and you got Tepe, who's their crazy metally guitarist, going all over the place on this song. So it really, like, I remember when I first put the album on and wasn't sure what to expect and thought, yeah, they haven't lost anything. They're still there. Not as crazy as Identity Crisis or Illusion of Safety, but definitely, I mean, the band needs to grow, right? So anyway, so we're going to start off with Under a Killing Moon, which was the second song off of Artist in the Ambulance. First love comes greatest from my eyes. He said, breathe deeply, kid. We'll be the next to die beneath this falling sun, but under this killing moon, under this burning sky, the fire shining through. I hold my breath and I close my eyes. The blood on our black gloves, it is none of your concern. You wanna call a bluff, get in line and wait your turn. Blood on our black gloves, it is none of your concern. Wanna call a bluff, get in line and wait your turn. And watch the witches burn. And see, as a Christian, you know, Dustin Kensr's lead singer, who's writing all these lyrics, there's stuff about, you know, witches burning and don't worry about the blood on our hands and things like that. There's a lot of references to blood and people being guilty and this and that for certain things that they're not, you know. It almost seems like he was questioning his religion at the time, which is kind of interesting because he's always been so, you know, I don't know, as time has gone on, Thrice has been very, I mean, he even went into his own worship group for a while, which kind of freaked me out, but that was during their hiatus. But so anyway, here's the second song I chose, and I kind of know it by heart. It's like one of my favorites. The lyrics just blow me away. It's called The Artist in the Ambulance, and it's the title track to the album. If you listen to the full band, you will hear an amazing guitar riff from Teppy. I have never heard anyone be able to do it. It is so weird and bendy, and it's not even about how fast it is. It's just like he bends and makes all these crazy sounds, and it's the most beautiful sound I've heard from a like metal guitarist. You know what I mean? If you want to call him that at the time. So, but anyway, this is the acoustic version, and again, listen to the lyrics, listen to what he's saying. It's very important. It's very deep and questioning, you know, artist in the ambulance. He's really getting into something of where do I go? Who are these people? Does it mean anything? There's even a part in the song you'll hear, this could be more than just flashing lights and sound. It has to be, right? Which is interesting, but, you know, I'm still kind of agnostic. I don't know. Sorry, Dustin, but anyway. Late night brakes lock, hear the tires squeal. Red light can't stop, so I spin the wheel. My world goes black before I feel the angel lift me up, and I open bloodshot eyes into fluorescent white. Flip the siren, hit the lights, close the doors, and I am gone. I lay here owing my life to a stranger, and I realize that empty words are not enough. I'm left here with the question of just what am I to show except the promises I never kept. I'm lying shaking on this bed to the weight of my regrets, and I hope that I will never let you down. And I know that this could be more than just flashing lights and sound. Around and you'll see that at times it feels like no one really cares. Keeps me down, but I'm still gonna try to do what's right. I know that there's a difference between sleight of hand and giving everything you have. There's a line drawn in the sand. I'm working up the will to cross it, and I hope that I will never let you down. And I know that this could be more than just flashing lights and sound. Red brick can't raise the dead. I'm sick of always talking when there's no change. Red brick can't raise the dead, and I'm sick of empty words. Let's lead and not follow. Late night brakes lock, hit the tires squeal. Red light can't stop, so I spin the wheel. My world goes black before I feel an angel steal me from the greedy jaws of death and chance. They pull me in with steady hands. They're giving me a second chance. The artist in the ambulance, and I hope that I never let you down. And I know yeah, that happens. That this could be more than just flashing lights and sound. Could you pick me off the ground? More than flashing lights and sound. Sorry I dropped my pick at that very end. Kind of sucks after all that, but whatever. I'm not gonna do it over just because that stuff happens. This is real. Everything's live. Everything you hear on here. So obviously, whatever. So yeah, those are two like real quick acoustic songs. We're at 12 minutes. You know, I just thought it was cool to kind of throw in two songs. So there's not as much debate. It's more, you know, let's listen to these songs. And so you got the second song right off of Artist in the Ambulance, called Under a Killing Moon, and then you've got the title track, which I believe would have been track 10, but I could be wrong on that. Anyway, so that would be Artist in the Ambulance, the title track. So you've got two great tracks to kind of check out. I highly, it's so hard to like suggest someone if you want to check out Thrice, like where to go or where to start, because they're coming out with their 9th album in about a month from now. So they've changed so much. I kind of feel like go back to the old ones, you know, like I know they're going to be heavier and they're going to be punkier, and maybe some people aren't into the heavier side of stuff, but even like Illusion of Safety, I had a lot of friends that were not into punk or heavy stuff, and that album is pretty damn heavy, especially Identity Crisis, their first one. And God, man, the first song on there is amazing, you know. Some of the lyrics: refine hate in love, fall afresh on me, end this crisis of identity. Draw the sunlight out like poison, stab, retrieve, again decline. Help me draw the dagger deeper, trace with me explicit line. Take this blade, a test of faith, and strike me deep and true. I put all my trust in you. And again, that's a lot of it is religion related, but you can take it. That's what's so great about Thrice, is they've never been so specific to where you can't listen to it if you're not a Christian or whatever. You know what I mean? He did that on purpose. Most of his songs are, you know, even if they're like the most Christian song he's ever written, he will step back a bit and make it very vague so a Muslim could listen to it, or an agnostic or an atheist. And that's where I found myself, and it's almost ironic because him and my other really favorite singer-songwriter, Brian Fallon from Gaslight Anthem, he is also a Christian, and it's just like, what the hell? Like, not like I'm angry at them, but it's just so strange that I would gravitate towards these people and they wind up being Christians. Like, really full-on Christians, and it's just like, what? Like, really? Like, especially from the punk community, you don't get a lot of, like, religion stuff, so interesting, very interesting stuff. So anyway, I really encourage you to go check out some Thrice. I would start from the very beginning, go all the way back to Identity Crisis. That's an amazing album. It's their first one. It's a little, you can tell it's definitely like some kids kind of, you know, and they're playing super fast, but there's some good songs. Illusion of Safety is where your mind's going to start going, what the heck, this guitarist is amazing, especially Tepe. He was kind of leading the band at that point. And then as the band starts catching up, they all equally start doing really, really well. And Artist in the Ambulance, that album, when I should have played this song too, Stare at the Sun, there is this bass line that I'll never, I mean, do 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 do. I mean, I'm not even a bassist, and I look at it and hear it, and I think, my God, like, and I've seen him play it live, and he never misses a freaking note, never. And it's just insane. And so it's like these guys just kept picking up off each other in a way, and then, you know, you get to the point where after Artist in the Ambulance, there was Visu, which was amazing. That's my favorite of all time. That their second major label release, and that album, you know, Tepe decides to, you know, not just play guitar, but hey, I've been playing a little bit of piano, so let's play some piano. And you listen to the song 4 Miles off of Visu, and it's like, okay, is this guy Beethoven? Like, he's got this piano line throughout the whole song that's amazing. It's like, whatever that guy, even the drummer in the band is like, I'm so jealous of him. Whatever he picks up, he just, like, matches, you know, like, masters, you know, he just, like, conquers any musical instrument he picks up. So anyway, we're getting almost at 20 minutes. That's pretty long. So, but you guys got 2 songs in. Check out any of their albums really, but go from there and then keep going up. And even after Visu is the Alchemy Index, which is amazing. It's a whole 4 themed album: air, earth, fire, water, all the themes of earth. So fire is going to be heavy album, heavy sounding out EP. Water is obviously like kind of, I don't know, I guess like techno-y, but some of it's depressing and like slow, and I don't know, you get the idea. Air is real like rock, but kind of weird sounding, and there's all these, it's really, really cool, man. I mean, that's probably like their masterpiece. Not my favorite album, but I think it's their masterpiece. And then you've got Beggars, and you've got Major Minor, and then you've got this new one. So like I said, I wouldn't be on here playing these songs and trying to get you into the lyrics if I didn't think that it was worth it. So do yourself a favor, check some of these bands out. Maybe they're not on the radio, maybe they're not on WEBN Cincinnati, but they're amazing and they're worth checking out. And they've changed my life for the better. They've made me write better. They've made me understand life better. I mean, just to lyrically be able, it's like reading a book, a poem, a book full of poems when you're, you know, getting a Thrice album. So, so yeah, that's about it. Let's cut this. We're good. So, which this was number 8 or number, yeah, I believe this was 7 or 8. So I don't know. I think we'll find out. I think it was 8 because I did one before this, but we'll see. Either way, check out Thrice, Artist in the Ambulance. Great album. Take care, guys.